Let's talk about annotations, which are pretty much connected to what we just discussed. They work a bit similarly, but there are differences. So what about annotations and what do we talk about them?
Well, annotations they come in many different forms. If we are already here, let's just pick one, which is the labels. I think it's wise to talk about this here because this actually allows you to create something like this here. You can say, well, this is kind of let's say it's a wooden staircase or something like this, and I will just point to this staircase here. And I just place it here someplace, paste a breakpoint here, and then point the arrow anywhere on this drawing. And then when I'm done, I just hit enter and the software will create this. And you can just do the same thing all around. The software by default repeats the same text. So if you would like to add the same text all around your drawing, it's wise doing them in groups. Let's say I'm about to put these texts at other places. You can actually Control-C, Control-V paste these as well. But this is also something that you can just pick up and change the style. You can even set up a different style, different color, different font, and so on.
Yes, we'll show that later on. What about plain text?
The plain text is what we can see here, for example. It's not in the dimension. It's actually a drafting tool. It's a text. You have many different options. You can even set up text in table. You can even import Excel tables if you have calculations and things like that. The simplest tool is the place text. This allows you to, I don't know, pick up something and say this is the side border, just as we saw this before. And okay, let's just paste it here. And well, I can actually set this up and say, okay, it's here. But instead of this horizontal line, I would like to align it with the other one, and so then I can just pick up the rotate from, pinpoint this point, and then just align this with the other one. You can actually even use these if you would like to be very specific and you would like to 100% parallel with the other item that is over there. So you can just say, okay, parallel with this one, and then you just click and then you align them.
How do you modify the text?
It's actually the same, like in case of the dimension. You can just select it, click inside the text, and then you just, type something else and then say, okay.
Now we'll talk about later on how you can change the font and letter types, but there's one thing that we can insert here, and that is using symbols.
Yeah.
They could be anything, north signs, entrance sign, or anything like that, but these are, how do they behave, how you can use them?
Yeah, well, let's just place an entrance arrow here. This will represent the main entrance of this building. Again, this is something that is represented different from country to country, but now I will use just a filled black arrow. These are in the signs actually, but if I don't remember, I just type arrow. And these are the arrow heads here, and I think I'm happy with this one. This looks cool. Let's just place it here, and well, I have two options. I can just paste it and then rotate it, but actually when you see this rotate option here, you can just click that, pinpoint it to the door, and then just flip it around and say, well, this is I actually lock in the direction, the horizontal direction with the shift key.
That's right.
And then I just click there, and then that's what we see there.
But this applies to any kind of situation when you want to add a two-dimensional group, but that's just one example.
And you can even create these groups by yourself. So the software is shipped with the default groups, north signs, arrowheads, and so on. And also you can, create your own groups by simply drawing them and then turning them into library groups and name them.